Hello again. We're going to try another problem. This one's called star rating. So let's see. Create a star rating widget, two parameters, max number of stars, number of currently filled stars. When it's clicked, it fills the stars to the left, and then it hovers. So I think we just look at it. It's pretty much this. Yeah. So we have to make this a reusable widget, which is interesting. And then, yeah, if you click it, it stays. And then if you hover over it, it changes. Okay. Then it seems that we have a couple SVGs here. To start with, one for one for filled and unfilled. So if I comment this out, oh, whoops, uh, yeah, okay. So I think looking at the solution preview, I mean, it seems like there could be any amount of stars, right? Yeah, max number of stars and number of filled stars. So it probably makes sense to represent this as some sort of array. And it could be an array of booleans, right? For the amount of stars. And then false would signify that it is not filled, and true would be filled. So we could probably work with that. So let's go over here, and I'm going to go ahead and make two different components for these stars. So we're going to say const filled star. And then we're going to do const empty star. So we're just going to make this return a div of the SVG, right? So this is, well, this is actually the empty star. So this is the filled star. And then this one's this one. This will just make it, easy for us to reuse. So we can now just try this. It looks right. So the requirements say we need two props for this widget, because this is a widget, this whole thing. Max number of stars, number of filled stars. So let's say max stars, filled stars. Okay. And I want to represent the stars state as an array. So I know I'm gonna need that. So let's do this. Let's say const star state. Current star state. Pretty sure that's how you initialize the array. So we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna do current star state. Um, cool. Let's try this. Just want to see how this works. Let's just say 5, right? Is that how you make an array? Let me just see. JS, make new array. I don't actually. Oh, I think we need a dot fill. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we have something to work with now. Let me think about this. So actually, we're gonna have to do a few things here. Maybe it makes sense to make another star wrapper component. Because what I'm thinking of is we're gonna pass the boolean down to these stars, right? And those stars are interesting. I'll figure that out later. But I think for now, let me see. I guess it makes, yeah, it probably makes sense to make another component. So let's just say const star elements. Yeah. And this is going to take a, it's built. Let's try this. Star. Let's try this out. So we make this true. Okay. We got something to work with. Let me give this a class name. Star container. Do we have CSS? Yeah, let's see what works. Okay. So we also need an on-click handler, right? So we're gonna need a handle click here, and we're gonna need to pass IDX. So it's gonna be something like just pass this. And we're gonna pass it on both. Actually no. Maybe it makes more sense. Wait. Okay, we also need something else. We need the index here. Let's try this. Because we need to, yeah, we need to long click. Actually, let me just do this. This is easier. So I don't have to pass it down all the way. I'm just gonna wrap these here in divs and then handle the click here. I think this is easier. Let's click straight in this prop. Okay, I think I want to just do this. Let's clean up this code a little bit before moving forward. Okay, so And then handle click was the index, so we're gonna make this a function. Let me look at the solution real quick. So we don't really care about the state of the current thing, right? Yeah. So assuming this is working, I guess what we need to do now is we need to basically fill up the array of true up until that index, right? So let's say const copy state gets dot, 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 current start state. Can I do this in JS? I'm just gonna look up JS fill elements up to index. Yeah, so I could do this actually. Do copy state dot fill with true, and then 0, and then the index it's going up to, right? So like it should work. Oh wait, no, then I have to set the current start state with the copy state. Well, it looks like it's not inclusive, so let's do a +1. Okay, well that's interesting. It's not working. It doesn't work if you do it before. So I guess it's because everything else is false. So let's do a dot fill. Reset the state basically, right? Yeah. Okay, so this works for the clicking. However, the solution wants us to also do a hover effect as well, which is interesting. So I'm thinking we could have the same logic. Maybe we need to do it on hover. Oh man, it's interesting. Because we have this working on click, but we need to do it on hover. What do you think about this? Because if I do something like this on mouse over, right? No, I guess not. Well, it's because we're not doing this. So it works, but there's an interesting thing where I want to say that's interesting. Here's an idea. We can have two states. We can have one state for the permanent one, and we have another state that's maybe only happens when you're hovering the elements, right? I could kind of see that working. So let's go back here. Let's try hover star state. Man, I can't type. Let's try this. Hover set hover star state. Same exact logic, right? But maybe here it's handle hover, hover hearts, hover start state. And now let's do this. We're gonna pass start element, handle click. We're gonna do handle hover. On mouse over is gonna be handle hover instead. So we still have the click, and then we should also be doing the hover one. However, when we hover the start container, we have to kind of set the state, right? So let's try this hovering. Set is hovering. Use state false. So on mouse over, set is hovering. True. On mouse leave. I'm not sure if this is going to be clean, but this is the only solution I could think of right now. So that should be handling the hovering. And then basically if it's hovering, we need to render the state, the hover start state, and not the current start state, right? So let's say const stars to render this hovering hover start state, current start state. Yep, that's it. That's literally it. Looks like it works pretty well. Oh, so there is actually the fill stars thing, right? So let's try that. Um, yeah, it's interesting. Ugh, think about this. So I guess maybe let's dot fill false. I can change this, right? Actually, I can do dot fill again. Yeah. So 0 is gonna be true. No stars. +1. So oh no, it's just that. I think I need to refresh for this to work. Yeah. Okay. So that works. We just chain it, and I think it's fine if we don't do that for the hovers. Yeah. Okay, I think that's good. And then we do max stars 7. Yeah, it looks like it still works fine. Okay, so let's do that. Let's leave everything at 0. And we're going to go here. We're just going to render a couple of these with the props. Let's give this 3-star rating system. Let's give this 7 stars. That's interesting. I think I need to refresh. Yeah. And then let's give this one field stars. Just 1. history. Yep, looks like it's good. And functionality works. Click in here, click in here. Yeah, it looks pretty good to me. Nice. I think there's a couple edge cases. Obviously, if fill stars is greater than max stars, that's a problem that we need to handle, right? Ah, I'm gonna ignore that for now. Yeah, that's how you would handle that. Maybe is probably just have some error handling here, but I think I'll leave it for now. But I think this works. Yeah, quick recap is we just have two different states for the hovering and then the permanent. And then we just have handlers for each of those. And then using an array to kind of model the state of the stars with booleans. Yeah, so I think that's it. We did this one pretty quick. Fairly satisfied. Thanks for watching, and like, comment, subscribe.